One. Swish swish, good evening everyone, and I'm your host Doug Lindauer, and this is Notes to Strike a Chord, and we are continuing on with our probably million-part series, considering how many tunes I have. We're taking a look at my tunes. Where's my dealy? Okay, I got everything on the tune we're covering today, and today we're covering the man, the myth, the legend, Ziggystar. Ziggystar is obviously named after the David Bowie song Ziggy Stardust, which I enjoy immensely. I'm not the world's biggest David Bowie fan, but what songs by David Bowie I like, I love. There are not many David Bowie songs in my collection, but all of the ones in my collection, they are always in the top of the rotation. China Girl from his Thin White Duke period. Heroes. Oh, I have 3 different versions of Heroes. I love them all almost equally. Ziggy Stardust is an amazing song. Actually, I did enjoy. I enjoy listening to most of Heathen. That was a really solid album. But I don't actually have it. I listened to it on YouTube. You know, it's just not something I've been able to really get out and pick up. Always something seems to come up, and I'll admit, when it comes to music, YouTube has made me incredibly lazy. I seek out new music all the time, but sometimes I just forget to download it, I guess. Anyway, Ziggystar, as I mentioned 2 weeks ago, is a spite build. I have a problem when people ask me for advice and then don't take it. That really gets to me. And you know, we've kind of go over this back and forth between me and my friends, and some of them have listened and some of them have not. And when we started DDO, one of my friends was trying, we were trying to figure it all out, and that's fine and whatnot. But one of my friends got really upset. And he was all like, oh, I just can't do this, And we're like, well, you gotta just take your time, look stuff up, find out how it works and whatnot. And he goes, well, this is the best I'm going to be able to do. And then he wouldn't grind gear either. Well, so I thought. Sorry?
He still won't.
Well, kinda. Anyhow, since he was building a 2-weapon Ranger and whatnot, and he finally got to the point, well, I just can't do this. It'll never be any good. I decided to build a 2-weapon Ranger. I did everything I told him that he should do, and then he didn't do it, and I did, and my Ranger is better than his Ranger. I would like to note that he did win a Lesser Heart of Wood. He changed his Ranger to my Ranger, and then he PR'd his Ranger and added 1 rogue so he could do traps. So, but his build is identical except with 1 rogue. I don't know why I'm making hand gestures. My camera's off because I got dirty clothes on the chair behind me. When I didn't want to put up my green screen, I'm lazy today. I am so sorry that you can't see my handsome face, which makes me look like a cross between Will Riker and Will Wheaton, Wesley Crusher. Now. Except I'm tubby. So when it came to naming it, I tried to make the tune look about as much like Ziggy or as David Bowie as I could, but it turned out he looked much more like Malcolm McDowell. So I TR'd him because originally he was just straight Ranger, and then I wanted to Well, I wanted to try some experiments. So the first thing I did is I used his plus 20 Heart of Wood and made him 12 Ranger, 2 Rogue, and 6 Favored Soul. And that worked okay. It was a little bit better self-healing, but not great. The damage was about the same. And then, since he is named after a musician, my wife insisted I switch to Bard. So I TR'd him, and actually that was a really fun second live as it was, because Relic of a Sovereign Past was literally the very first thing that this build could not solo all objectives. So I had a really great fun there. I think that was the only quest I couldn't solo all objectives. And I don't know why, but I know it was Relic. Maybe it was an int room and I didn't, and it was just a little too low. I don't know. That doesn't sound right though. Maybe it was a whiz room because I didn't have whiz now. Well, I had a little bit of whiz because I need to cast. I don't know. I'm clueless. Anyway, I vowed that when I TR'd him that I would try to make him look more like David Bowie, and I completely failed. He now looks more like Elton John. Which I suppose is not quite as close as Malcolm McDowell, because Malcolm McDowell kind of looks like a little bit like David Bowie when he got old. So this really does look a lot like Elton John. I'm sorry. But I find it funny. I do. I find it funny. Anyway, the name was intentionally chosen, but really we weren't. I chose it because of an idea when, you know, I wanted to name after David Bowie. And then Menace of the Underdark came out, and we couldn't get the expansion, the full expansion. We couldn't do it at the time. But fortunately, my wife somehow, when she's dealing online with people, she networks like a pro. And somebody had actually had a problem with Standing Stone Games, the Turbine at the time, and was sent some extra codes or something. Or he had bought extra codes thinking they were going to give it to his guild, but his guild broke up or something like that. I can't remember the exact story now. But he had extra codes, and
I think he just made a mistake. He spent more than he was supposed to, and he just ended up with extra codes.
Oh. Yeah, wait, yeah, well, he was in Australia, so it could have been a currency conversion problem, too. Anyway, basically, we got Menace of the Underdark, the big pack, for absolutely gratis. And I knew what I had to do. So now whenever I show up to raids, I always make sure I have my companion out. And I say, hello, I'm Ziggy Stardust, and this is the spider, comma, from Mars. Yep. That's the name of my spider from Mars. I have continued the fine tradition of naming a lot of my creature companions things that create wonderful puns. When we get to one of my artificers, I'll show you the other great pun I have, and you should probably do that on Red Array. Red Array already is named after my Battletech campaign. So we'll talk a little bit about Ziggy's first live. He went straight 20 Ranger, Tempest, and they've made a lot of changes to Tempest and whatnot. So it's really, really easy to get damage on Tempest now. Back then, basically, it just came from your weapons, and I had some good weapons at the time. Do I still have any of them on me, or are they all in the bank? That ain't them. Oh, he has a full set. He's got Nightmares, a Nightmare and a Celestia, an Arian, and a Tina, and a Tina. I don't think he has two Celestias. He does have two Thunder Forged Bastage swords. For ranging, I have the Tortured Glidewood Bow, Epic Elite. You know, when you just need to kill something, you know, just one target, it's okay. He's a melee ranger, not a ranging ranger. He ranges over terrain. He doesn't do range attacks. Oh. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do Finding Doris on Heroic Elite. Chance to drop the Grey Leathers. I just want them for a cosmetic right now, although they're a really good medium armor, one of the better ones. I largely brought up Ziggy Stardust alone until he hit 16, in which case at that point he could play with Oriara back when the level cap was 20. Ziggy Stardust was the first character I ever had that did an epic quest on an epic quest solo. Back when epic quest, you know, level 20 was the cap, and he soloed. I think it was Lords of Dust. No, I actually went in. I actually went into. No, it had been before that, so I actually went into a quest on Elite. Had to be before Menace the Underdark, but just before. And then he also accidentally soloed Spinner of Shadows on Epic Normal when that was a thing too, which was really weird because I was going like I didn't think it was that hard, and it wasn't on Ziggy. I mean, you have to understand Ziggy's was my very first combat tune. I mean, I had already brought up Alice Thane, I had already brought up Glendower, but both of them are mainly support characters. Ziggy was my very first level 20 220 actual combat tune, where combat was the main focus of the character. Finding Doris is over here. No. So he's my first tune that can solo things. He was my very first tune that, you know, is built for combat. It was meant to kind of get the goat, as it were. And, you know, that lasted for a while and whatnot. But after a point, you know, like I said, I needed to try something different. So the second time I rebuilt him, I was testing my various 11 or 12 Ranger builds with something splash. I wanted to try Favored Soul because I wanted something with just a little bit more better healing than we got out of Rejuve Cocoon or Vigor. And so I used a plus 20 Heart of Wood because I had gotten one, and that's what I decided to build, and it was okay. And it didn't really play much different at all. damage was like 2 points lower. Healing was maybe 30 points higher, which really I didn't think was worth it.
Have you seen this Warforged? Have you? A dock worker saw Bertrand Gray, a renowned Warforged artist, moving boxes with a common trader. That seems out of character for him.
Sometimes the 11 or 12 Ranger Splash doesn't always work out. Some classes just need more feats, and obviously the ones that come with better feats come better. I'm pretty sure, you know, 11 or 12 Ranger and some fighter will work just fine, but Wizard might be fun for Eldritch Knight and Spell Swords, but, you know, really all you got out of Favored Soul was healing, so I quickly tired of that. I think I only ran him about a year, and then I TR'd him just to get some bank space, really. He was tapped, I was bored. And so I decided to do another one. I was going to try Bard this time on the recommendation of my wife. And I started playing it, and the damage was, like I said, you can't really tell because, you know, you're running almost pure Ranger at the beginning anyway. I have some Rogue. But taking all the War Chanter stuff really made him super durable and super fun. When you start adding the Bard levels, I think the build is 2 Rogue, 7 Fighter. Yeah, 7 Fighter, 6 Bard, remainder, I'm sorry, not Fighter, Ranger. And then the rest. 7 Ranger, 6 Bard, remainder Ranger. And I'm going to admit,
It might be illuminating to follow the strange Warforged to find out more about the curious predicament.
can't talk to him anymore. Weird.
This strange Warforged was instructed to deliver an sacrifice to an old factory down in Cogs. Perhaps there is more to this mystery in the darkness beneath the city. Package that was being held for
The interesting thing was, I had a build to actually use like the Bard level, so it's got had more charisma than I'm used to that I would put on a Ranger. And it was surprising that between the int and the charisma and the more balanced thing, how much I was able to get done.
Instigator sounds quite enough. By imbeciles. Why would one keep an illegal vault despite the mandatory reading? There must be more to this story.
Like I said, for some reason there was just something about a Relic of a Sovereign Past I could not get it past.
What about the old factory down in the Cogs?
I'm not too sure what it was. I can't remember. I wish I could. Just something about it. As far as the build goes, it's probably the least amount I've played on the build because all I needed to do was get back to 6 million. when I did it. And so usually when I don't care about, if I'm getting XP or anything or not, this is the tune I break out because I don't get to play it as often as I like, really. I should have rain on right now. That's always fun. I probably never respec. Probably never respec anyway. Nope, I gotta put all my points in there. We can do that afterwards. Yay! Something to do. I have no Epic Destiny active right now. I mean, I've got all the cores of Fate Singer, and this is only level 19. I'm on level 32, and I'm not that worried. So until my TR project, this probably was the tune I actually played the most before because everybody was wanting to run epics and whatnot, and I would run. I wanted to contribute when I wasn't absolutely needed as a heal bot. I'd play Ziggy. Although I'll admit, I've probably done more raids with Alistair than the other character I have. Alistair saved more raids than any other character I have. Mainly because on Alistair, I'm smart enough not to get into combat at all. He's okay in combat now. But really, what am I going to do in All the Truth? I sit back, I heal, I play my songs, I make sure all the people are topped up. But, that gets old after a while. I'm good at it. I'm better on an Alistair than I ever was on Glendower, but there's just less for me to do on Glendower. But like I said, I needed a combat tune, and so when it was just us, I'd go in on Zig. Now, all of my combat tunes, for the most part, are competent, but I would really only say the one that's a true DPS master would probably be Red Array. Ziggy's competent. He's never going to be EE soloer or whatnot, and that's okay.
Manufacture of new Warforged has been prohibited since the last war, so it's strange to find so many Warforged stored in one place, in an inert state. You hear a distant grinding of gears, and the crashing of stone somewhere far below.
was wondering if everything is okay. You just stop talking.
I'm concentrating on the fights.
Oh, okay.
The other thing that Ziggy represents is the first of my many of what I like to call jack of all trades tunes. Can heal himself, he can do his own lock picking and whatnot. Decent in combat. Favor farming is the name of the game. These two, I kill these two guys, otherwise I don't get in. A lot of the times when a new quest comes out, I'll throw the gear on Ziggy and explore it in it because he can kind of find all of those. Although largely that role's kind of been replaced by Red Array because he has an int build and it's easier to find stuff. But I did Haunted Halls for the first time on Ziggy. No. I thought there was someone you could talk to. I don't know, I could have sworn there was a way to start this early so you could be up here or something. I think I explored all new dungeons up until Temple of Elemental Evil with Ziggy, and then after that became Red Array. That sounds right. Maybe if I shot him from up here. Oh, I think that's what I did. That seems to be working. Makes sense. I would do that on Red Array. Yeah, mini shot doesn't work nearly as well as it used to. I'm not even getting my double. I haven't seen a single double shot go off. Yeah, it worked because you do that and everything fights and the other people fight each other first, so that works much better. That's how I did. Of course I do that on Red Array. Like I said, I have been exploring on Red Array before. Then we come in, we just like wreck people. How was that fight? I make the rules.
According to the fight announcer, the Warforged fighter came to the pit with his trainer, Herg Earwool, a bugbear who lives nearby and operates. Perhaps this is a good time to ask him some questions.
Oh, well, we can talk about this too. Yeah. Yeah, part of his luck is that usually he wears the dark spiral armor. It's the first overlay in the old style that I got. I put it over his dragon touched armor because I figured that's going to be all the armor he was going to wear until they raised the level cap. And the dragon touched leathers don't look that great. I mean, the medium and the heavy looked okay, but the dragon touched leathers were not very good looking. I bought the Dark Spiral Light Armor overlay for it, and that was one of the few that they had from that era that they brought back along with Violet Leaf. And so when they brought it back as a cosmetic and not an overlay, I quickly picked it up too, even though it's one of the more pricier ones. I think it was $9.95. I probably bought it on a 35% off sale or something. That sounds like me. Or I wanted it so bad I paid full price. That also sounds like me.
As you approach the door, you can just make out the sound of muffled conversation on the other side. Perhaps a better spot for eavesdropping will reveal more of the smoking barge in the air.
It actually hit me. Thank you, Garrett.
You see a stoic warforged matching the description of Doris, standing among the bugbear's personal effects. She's a statue. A deep voice rumbles as its imposing owner reveals himself. Isn't it obvious? She's just like one man. Someone stole her soul.
I got glass heart. Bummer. Don't really need it anymore, but all right. Let's get Fate Singer fixed. I don't know how good that is. Oh, okay, I'm doing this wrong. Hmm. Yeah, energy absorption's nice. That's nice, but I really don't have that much. I got all the chords. Oh. That makes me wonder if I'm having problems with the other ones too. I have an action point. I don't know why I have an action point. Why do I have one random action point? I wonder. I will get that to get the last bit of swinging ice. Thank you. Maybe I ate a tome. Seems like the most likely thing. A racial tone. Woman, never let you catch me looking at the sun. Oh, I guess I can turn it in. I should look for green augment slots. Then again, I don't really need anything in there for red augment slots. Dear Lord. See, I did most everything the hard way. It was on my second life. I took it easy. Obviously, it looks like I went back into these on EE. You can tell the ones I did on EE and E because they're part of sagas. I wonder why he did that. How long I haven't played. I've never run anything new on this because, you know, I like to get XP and have it worth something. I've never done Tempest Spine on his second life. Oh, really? I can't let that stand. I should just go do it on Heroic Elite right now. You just totally solo Heroic Elite, Tempest Spine on my level 30.
Are you being? I want to do Tempest Spine.
Heroic?
Oh, heroic? Thought you meant like. No, I have a dis.
Am I on Red Array? Then I'm not stepping foot in any legendary raid solo. I told you that. Red Array is the only thing I feel comfortable with that. That's why he's there. Because Red Array admittedly is my badass. He's totes badass. Ziggy is, you know, master, no, you know, jack of all trades, master of none. Legendary raids or legendary elite. That's, you're not gonna see him there. That slow, sweet gear grind, yeah, that's where you're gonna see him. That's his jam. Do I have any time left on the hire? Yep, 9 minutes. I want to waste that time. You know what? I got an idea. Let's go back and we'll do the last one of that because there's no picture of the armor on that one. Wow, a full 90. Woo! We will do the underwater mission. I don't know what it's called. Soul Survivor. And it sounds like a Ziggystar song. It's not. I don't remember who sang Soul Survivor. For some reason I want to think it was somebody like Aretha Franklin now. For some reason that's just coming to me. There's a Wikipedia for a reason. I think it's this one. No. Ah, okay. Yeah, do I? Okay, so yeah, Shaka Khan. All right. Kind of had a feeling it was somebody like that. She did do it with Beverly Knight.
The ship sways rhythmically as you enter the captain's cabin. It appears to be a normal Lyrandar warship, but you have it on good authority that the ship, and its House Lyrandar captain, somehow conceal Fathom's base. The soulless warforged nods mechanically. Doris could always handle herself, but you aren't sure how helpful she'll be without her soul.
Let's see, 52 bluff, 54, or 54 bluff, 52 diplomacy. What's the Intim? Intim's going to be like 36. So I guess I go bluff.
The captain gestures toward the captain's washroom.
I guess I got it. I know I would not get that on Legendary. 54 is way too low.
Fathom's headquarters.
I'm actually kind of surprised that this is...
And a creaking noise loud in the
that worked on
The water
Heroic.
aquarium, and a glass panel slides down, revealing an elevator shaft leading down.
I remember seeing something like this in Jedi Knight when you do the fuel facility. I only had the demo for a long time, so I got really good at doing that mission. Only that one you're going up. So it's kind of nice to see that. So I gotta. This will take me back up.
From a well-lit lobby. As you exit the elevator, you hear an authoritative voice. The illusion. Attention, Fathom. The central laboratory is closed, and I will learn my newest creation. As you exit the lobby, alarms sound and patrolling Warforged guards snap into action. Intruder detected.
Oh, looks like Doris took care of business. Look at that lag. I actually never solved the puzzle, and since it's only on Heroic Elite, I don't care.
Intruder detected in Fathom headquarters. Sending security to apprehend the suspect.
Oh, I forgot to put on Death Ward. Still level 17. The curious thing always is the fact that they won't automatically do restoration. I never really quite got that. Okay. Yes, I'm at half hit points, and the curse that has 3 minutes on it is really the biggest problem. The perfect ending to the bad day. I am just beginning. All I know is you're my favorite mistake. I'm a sucker for a keychain, and Sheryl Crow's My Favorite Mistake has one of the best ones ever. Goes from a minor to a major, and it's just awesome. Totally changes the feeling of the song. It's all like, first part's all how she's regretting the breakup, and then at the end she realizes she's better off without him, so she's happy. Awesome! I admit, I didn't like a whole lot of Sheryl Crow. I mean, most of her stuff was okay. This is like the only song I think I have by her I think that's like phenomenal. Ah, you can't level drain me now. I have Death Ward because I put it on late, but I keep forgetting at level 17 you can still be affected. Or 19 actually. When you stay together. Here it comes, here it comes.
That the abandoned experiments wing has an underground elevator that leads into the central laboratory. However, he warns you to be on your guard. A dangerous, twisted inventor uses the wing as his personal.
Not as bright and poppy. Crazy.
Intruder detected in Fathom headquarters. Sending security to apprehend the suspect. used for storage now. Some remaining furniture suggests it might have been the main reception area for the facility.
When you get that one, oh, I forgot about the maze.
Experiments wing. Unlike the sprawling main floor of Fathom's headquarters, the rooms down here branch off from a single narrow hallway.
I don't think you need any of these side things. I think it's just straight down here. Mall rat, that's the best one. Each spider is just alliterative. Mall rat's actually funny. Ah! I don't know what to do. You should Celestia. Or Garrett can handle it. Awesome. Garrett, you were useful. You get a medal today. He killed oozes. He killed all the oozes while I was looking for my ooze beater, which I don't actually have. I forgot there was one ooze in this.
Inside, piles of inert warforged, tanks of humans.
No, it's the second one.
Fill the room. A somewhat battered Vaunt prototype is positioned against the back wall. Intruder detected in Fathom headquarters. Sending security to apprehend the suspect.
Let's get
Appears quite old. Perhaps
rosy apples in summer.
reversing the power flow to the machine should
Again, hey mom.
trapped inside.
Do the paper say anything good? I'm not too sure where this is supposed to be going. Oh, there it is.
You trigger the device. It sparks, and a familiar form suddenly materializes. The soul vanishes just as abruptly as it appeared. But then your soulless warforged companion falls to her knees. Perhaps you should make sure she's doing all right. Intruder detected in Fathom
Where's Doris?
headquarters, sending security to apprehend the suspect.
She didn't follow me. And they ever told her not to not follow me. So I'm confused. It's just gonna mean extra fights.
Headquarters, sending security to apprehend the suspect. Seeing Vaughn punished by using her own custom,
All right.
leaving her soul trapped inside this Vaught device.
I guess you have to tell her to follow Doris to follow you
But you
after that fight now.
will be happy with this.
Doesn't make any sense, but oh well. I am not a programmer anymore. I used to be. Unfortunately, I specialized in the Commodore 64, and as I turned 18, the Commodore 64 was on its way out. And I'm going to admit, I didn't have very supportive people behind me.
Security to apprehend the suspect.
They were always like, you know, you gotta go on your own way, but it was always, you know, even by that point. I went to college on my grandmother was paying for it, and she passed away, and pretty much ended my first Sure. And then went down Captain Fantastic and the Bounder cabin from the world to the town. Okay, we gotta go this way to do the yellow first. That's what it is. This is a dumb fight.
With an unsettling smile stretched across his lined face, stands behind a modified vaunt device, surrounded by the mangled bodies of his experiments. Intruder detected in Fathom headquarters. Suspend security to apprehend the suspect. This man doesn't seem to This man the Stitcher, the former head of
I actually, for some reason, always forget about this middle section in this quest. I always think this quest is so short, and then I realize it's a lot longer than I remember it. I think Ziggy's also the only one of my tunes to ever get a complete a power despair set.
where you can rest before riding the elevator up to the central laboratory and whatever waits inside. Once you proceed to the central laboratory, you will be unable to leave until the quest completes. You step out of the elevator and into the central laboratory. You see a giant glass enclosure filled with the souls of
I'll admit, I like Ziggy's healing account. That bard really levels really help.
You arrive at
It's-
last. What took you so long?
My heal skill's pretty good. Oh, I never put up my bot. I didn't even see her in the mix. Tile puzzles to slow you down. I didn't think it was active. All you had to do that side first. Make sure it's not screwed up over here. Oh, I would have hated if it was. There it is. It's this one right here. Okay, this should be good. Now we should be able to solve both sides and flick only one switch. I did do yellow first though, right? Yeah.
You turn the last knob. The welder's voice echoes through the room. Initializing mass soul extraction. All souls will be released from the repository. Souls flash around you as they burst from their confinement and venture out in search of bodies they once called home. A moment passes.
Yeah, yellow then blue then.
Corner of the laboratory. Is that Doris? Her
I say what?
from an iron defender.
Lag.
Current vessel would be an understatement, but that soul is nowhere else. Find Doris's soul a better body to call home, and you think you inert body of Eve whirls the light. Doris's soul. Your warforged friend lets out a rumble of satisfaction. Now everything the circumstance. The laboratory suddenly begins to glow, and its lights the dangerous voice.
Took me a while to figure out that it's things.
Without an adequate power source, the facility the welder's message rouses Doris to action. She
Oh,
if Volcana's research isn't destroyed now,
there's the Lord of Blades. Yay! He's my buddy.
there's a distant rumble, and suddenly the blade shatters into the room. He and Doris continue their destructive rampage as the underwater lab begins to fall. It's time to get out of their way. The dimension
I got the hook.
from high up above Sharn's towers. To your surprise,
Really not that great.
you're greeted by the head of the Aurum himself, Calfan Riak. You turn away from the High Priest.
I was hoping to get the armor, but oh well.
That this time you've won. No more games. You're coming for the Aurum, and Calfan Riak's injuries won't stand in your way.
All right. Well, the last thing I can think about talking about Ziggystar is at one point when I didn't think I was going to TR him, he was actually the only one that had started to complete all of the Explorer zones. I had actually completed everything, all kills, all rares, all explorers, all the way up to the Orchard of Macabre. I don't do that anymore. I love Explorer zones, but pretty much they're one, maybe two, and done with me. I can't kill that many things. Diminishing returns are serious in it. Oh, right! The last thing Ziggy is famous for, though. Ziggy Stardust is the all-time champ at going into Explorer Zones, however, and getting all the rares possible. I have actually gone in on Ziggy Stardust and gone 13 for 16 in Mimic Terran. I have gone 10 for 10 in Ataraxia. He's never gone perfect in Giant Hold, but he has gone 9 out of 10. The only one he didn't get that run was Zared Mighty Hoof. He's gone 3 for 3 in Korthos, but a lot of people have done that. Let's see, what else? Best he ever did, let's see, in the old notes. 5 out of 9 in Tango Root, which is pretty good. I didn't make any notes about Starro Dust. Six out of 7 in Cerulean Hills. No, matching him up. 6 out of 6 in Waterworks. Perfect score there. The only one he really didn't do that well on was Tibro Cove. Searing Heights, he didn't. He only went 4 out of 9, but he did get the Fire Medal the first time. It was the only thing he got that time. Red Fence, best he did was 9 out of 12. Like I said, Sansa Terran, he went a full 13 out of 16. You can't get them all because there are 3 locations that only spawn one at a time. A Veil of Twilight, he went 16 out of 18. Was his best there. And Orchard of the Macabre. See it on the notes, but I know he went pretty well in there too. I would be willing to guess he probably went 15 out of 17. Probably, something like that. Probably could find the picture I have of that one. I know I screen cap a couple. Matter of fact, let's see if I have. I know I transferred one over. See if I still have it. Oh, pictures. Heard you sing. We whisper every waking hour. Confessions. I don't see it. I wonder why it's not here. Maybe some downloads? I'll check really quick. I didn't even know I downloaded this. Weird. Huh. I thought it would be called something like Ataraxia or something. Or Perfect Run or something like that. I get it. That's one I just saw it the other day too, but oh well. But yeah, he's had crazy good luck. Yeah, pulled he's pulled two what do you call them? Rings of spell storing too. In fact, let's just go try and do it. Let's do it right now. Let's do it. Not too sure why I did it this way. All right. Well, if I pull a ring of spell storing, I'll put that up for the draw. We haven't had anybody speak today, and I'm not showing any numbers. I can see a couple of people, but child of God who's walking along the road. I know I launched a little early today. But I kind of also wanted to get it out. I was just haven't had a good week. I've kind of been sick. To the garden beneath. We want Farship to send us somewhere. The Wallabies Refuge in the sands of Menacturn. We're gonna live dangerous and go without a hireling. The level drain is real out here. I got to 1500 still on my second line. Oh my god. Let's just say I was still pretty active with Ziggy. I stopped at 1500 instead of 3000 though. Matter of fact, the only person who still has all the kills out here is Glyn. I did it on Pfeiffer and I did it on Ziggy. And I TR'd both of them. Pfeiffer was just a hot mess. Now she went ASMR and they've improved 2-weapon fighting, so she's really, really good now. Or two-handed fighting, not two-weapon fighting. Small planar crystal. If you're fast, that's a really good way to try to get like tier 3 stuffs. Is that ad pack? It's gonna be really general because it'll drop all kinds of them because that's what the ad packs do. And they're gonna be weighted toward cultural because they still haven't fixed tea bags to be by level and not by. Trying to think of the name. Mob type. There we go. Okay, we did not get polymath. I'm looking for my hireling to catch up, but I don't have a hireling, so I'm going to be waiting a long time. I'm so used to running with a hire. Now, other people will tell you, oh, get used to running without a hire. Well, I run without a hire whenever I have teammates. Now, if it's my own party and there are 5 people, I'll pop a hire just because it's just to think safe. We usually park them pretty far away. But you know, if a 6-person wants to join, I'll dump them in a minute. I don't play different either way. If I play like I don't have a hire. It's just that when I'm running alone, I like to have the hire there just in case I do make a mistake. And oh, hey, look, this is rare. We got Thumok the Mad. God, I can't remember the last time I saw Thumok. They changed the spawn rates for a lot of these. We did not get the mummy wrappings though. Kind of a bummer. It's a pretty good level 8 armor. It's got fear on it. With a fairly high DC, so it's really great to troll the rest of your party. You get hit and the mobs run away and they can't run them down. Good times, good times. Hey, I got Mephit Exterminator Tree. Mephit Murderer. One thing I don't understand is like buying a bunch of them to go questing. Really, all you need is a hire. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen any of these hirelings do. They have combat hirelings, but they ain't DPS hirelings. No hireling has any decent DPS. And I'm sure that's by intent. I mean, they want you to play the game, not them. So really, only the buff hires, and I didn't even get him. Ziggy, you're letting me down. I'd like to check Windlasher Canyon too. Because if we get Den Mother Fina, you can get Whirlwind. Did I actually add that to the list? No, did I put Whirlwind in there? No, it's Wyland's Blade. I have a Whirlwind. I think I have one in storage, so I can have the Great Sword Whirlwind, which is probably the best level 11 Great Sword you're going to get. Tail the Scorpion and Heroic is now a thing. Maybe that would be. the best. I don't know. I have to check out the stuff. Oh, now you see me. And you pop up when I went away because I did the chow 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 thing. I'm not following my path back. That's one of the other things. I was really hoping that you would be there. I would love to throw a ring of shadow, a ring of spell storing into the giveaway. I mean, we need people here to be here for the giveaway, but well, I also gotta get more noise on social media. And I've been doing just fine. I gotta be down because I want to fall. Oh no, how will I ever kill these gnolls with just my... I probably need to... I have Sovereign Acid Arrow! And that wasn't a part, it should have gone off. I sure remember. There it goes. It's not applying the first time around, I don't know why. There's always one here. We'll see if I get Fina, your pink belt. It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Okay, guys, I gotta take a quick break. Let me get through this. Oh well, 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. Man, all we got was the Swift. So no chance for Whirlwind. I'm not even too sure this guy has anything. Ooh, one of these days I'm gonna have to like turn in all my antique bronze tokens. I have like 7 billion of them.
Best way to get augmented items.
I haven't really seen a whole lot of augmented items drop out of them. All right, well, that's no striker card. I'm probably gonna grab a sandwich and maybe I'll just get on to play some. I will. I kind of feel like that, but I do need to get a sandwich. I'm getting kind of hungry. That's Ziggystar. Let's see, who should we cover next week? Probably Red. Maybe someone. Let's see. Sort. You need to sort by account. Maybe if I'll dual box and I'll do do a double, do John Ford and Majora's Ursa if they haven't hit 20 yet. We'll see. But stay tuned for next week. We will be doing No Striker Chord with another character, another talk. And if we get some chatters, we'll give away some stuff. Spread the word around. Follow me on social media at the cat Alice Thane on Twitter and at facebook.com/Glyn's Arcade. And with that, I'm going to wish you guys all peace and good questing. You guys have a great night. We'll see you on Kyber in DDO.